Hi,
Yeah,
Ning An.
sure.
Yeah, okay. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank
You're.
you. And how are you?
I'm good too. Thank you too. And how is your day? Have you able to report in a hospital?
Yes, I work on day uh, at my hospital. Actually, today is not a good day
Oh,
in hospital with me.
why? It's going to be a lot of patients.
No,
Oh,
I don't have any worry or any problem with my patient, but
yes.
with my boss, yeah, yeah,
Oh, really?
some problem, and
Yeah.
yeah, I we argue,
Oh,
and yeah, I
yeah.
think it is normal with me because I think um, I'm I'm uh, I am a people. I can I want to say um, I want to have respond with
Uh-huh.
everything
Okay.
from boss with me.
Okay.
And sometimes when the direct speak for me,
Yes.
I'll make my boss unhappy.
Oh.
But actually, um, um, it's not the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and I think no problem.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
I know it's part of the job, right? It's part of being a doctor. It's part of your job. Okay. Even a teacher. Okay. Just like us, we do have also actually a challenge. Okay. We call that one as a challenges. Okay, because we do have a lot of, especially now, because we are going to go back to school. Okay, so our class opening will be next week. So we are so busy preparing for our classroom,
Yeah.
preparing for the decoration. So we do have a lot of work actually. So I just came back. I just came back from school, and
Yeah.
yeah, and but actually I'm enjoying, right? Okay,
Yeah.
because this is the field. This is the field that I already pursued. You are a doctor, I'm a teacher, so we have different world, but the only thing that's common between doctors and teachers would be the so-called what is one compassion. Okay,
Yeah.
so compassion for your patient and compassion for our students, right? So never
Yeah.
mind the boss. Okay, boss
Yeah.
are just like that. Okay.
Yeah. Because in the after me, there are a lot of young doctor,
Doctors. Okay.
and I always want to young doctor um um uh, could um talk everything if something from boss you see not
Good.
not good, not
Yeah.
fair. Yeah,
Yes.
so I always the first person
Who's going to
um,
tell them?
tell the boss them.
Yes.
So yeah, he often
Oh, okay.
yeah, sometimes
So
we
he,
argue
yeah,
several
so he
times.
misinterpreted
Yeah,
the one that
but
you did to the young doctors,
yeah,
right? But
but
that's it.
but
Part of
actually,
life,
in
right?
my department, I but in my department, I know the boss. He 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 not hire me, and
Mm-hmm.
he very like me, and
Okay.
she and he supports me a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, so yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
have some
Okay.
problem, and I think it's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's again, maybe we have to consider that one as challenges,
Yeah.
okay? And we need to surpass, we need to survive, right? Because that's our job, okay?
Yeah.
A job doesn't have any stress would be a boring job, okay?
Yeah.
So so even what kind of job you have, you still have a the so-called stress, right?
Yeah.
But the only thing that we should have to do is we need to what is one we need to solve, okay, we need to we should have to be immune, right? We should have
Yeah.
to be immune of that because that's the life that we
Yeah.
chose, right?
Yeah.
So that's the path that we choose, so therefore we should have to be immune of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on with our lesson on. So let me share the presentation to you now. Okay, I hope you can see it.
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah, very good. Okay, now, yesterday we were able to understand on how we are going to ask for further details, right? That's why we had come up with different examples on our job that we should have to ask, okay, since you are a doctor, okay, it's a very important task or job of a doctor to ask further details to your
Yeah.
patients before you can come up with the diagnosis, right? It's very important. Doctors who doesn't ask for further details are in here in the Philippines, and actually if the doctors doesn't ask you a lot of questions,
Yeah.
we might think of oh, maybe this doctor is just it's just only making a wrong prognosis or
Yeah.
diagnosis, right? Why? Because he just
Ah,
going to do like that, but he doesn't ask question, right? Or
yeah.
he doesn't ask further details, okay? But if the doctor asks further details, oh, where have you been in the past few days? What have you got? Have you able to go to in a place that something like that, right? So there's a lot of questions, okay,
Yeah.
especially a doctor, so that you can be able to have a correct diagnosis, right?
Yeah.
And there are some cases here in the Philippines, and especially those who are a medical doctor, right? Those who are like the pedia, like a surgeon, okay? They had this particular wrong prognosis.
Yeah.
And what would be the effect? So the effect will going to the patient will die because they
Yeah.
will be able to give wrong
Yeah.
medication,
Yeah.
right? So they were able to prescribe a wrong medication. So that would be a malpractice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Philippines, we do have a lot of doctors who were able to be summoned for being malpractice because a lot, especially during the pandemic, right? Because a
Yeah.
lot of a lot of people dying, so families would keep on asking what happened, something like that. My mom is just very, very, very strong, but all of a sudden,
Yeah.
why is it she died, something
Yeah.
like that, right? So there's a lot of question, okay? So again, it's very important for you to become a doctor to ask for further details. Okay?
Yeah.
And in asking for further details, we have to what? We have to use the following expressions. Can you say a bit more about something, right? Like more about your condition, right?
Yeah.
More about the pain or the pain that you are experiencing right now. So can you please say something about that? So since you are a doctor, sometimes doctor would say from numbers 1 to 10, Okay, can you please elaborate how much pain you are experiencing right now? You're experiencing right now from the rate of 1 to 10. So if the patient would say 10, so that means it's going to be very, very,
Very
yes,
painful. Yeah.
painful, right? If the patient would say it's just only one, oh, maybe it's just something like it's just an ordinary thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be it. Okay, or you can also say, I'd
I,
like to know more about your condition. Okay, I'd like to know more about um, your family history, right?
yeah.
Since yeah, I don't know if in an ophthalmologist or in an ophthalmology, do you also ask for more information about the profile or details of the patient? Like for example, have you been to an operation before, a cataract operation before,
Yeah.
or have you been to any, like for example, there's a connection sometimes. Are you reading a lot when you were younger? Right? Because
Yeah.
there would be something wrong with that, right? I
Yeah.
remember my grandmother telling us when we were young, do not read um, in um, in a
Long
dim
time.
light,
Yeah.
right?
Dim lights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if the light is not
Not,
yes, it's
not
not so
light. Yeah.
clear.
Not bright.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do not read because during those times when we were young, we don't mind. And look at now. I'm wearing
Yeah.
an eyeglasses. So now I understand that my grandmother keeps on saying, telling us, yelling, actually yelling us, oh, why is it you're reading again? Something like that.
Yeah.
You need to open the light, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And during those times, actually, I'm fond of reading while lying
Yeah.
on the bed.
You like reading?
I read when I lie on the bed.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and
With
then there's no
light
light.
or
There's
with
no
light or
light
no
because
light?
that's inside my room, right? So I have to because I love also reading, okay? Because during that time, there would be a lot of packet books. I don't know if you if you already read before packet books,
Pocket
right?
book.
Because during
Yeah.
that time, during our times, and there was no cell phone, there was no
Yeah.
gadget, okay? So only magazines, only packet books. So I read a lot of that. And
Yeah.
my grandmother don't like, okay, because oh, it's not age appropriate, okay?
Yeah.
Because you are just still young, so you're not allowed to read the packet books because those are just only for adults, something like that. So what I did was I just cover it. I just cover my
The blanket.
yes, and then read when
Yeah.
I am lying on my bed. See? So I wasn't able to, what is one? I wasn't able to listen to my grandmother. And now I suffer the
Have
consequence.
two glass on the
Yes.
time.
Yes, right. So
Glass.
if I don't have eyeglasses on, I cannot see. I
Yeah.
cannot read. It's blurred actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if this is a sign of but I had this particular eyeglasses. Yeah, actually this one is new.
And I think this that's a myopia glasses.
I don't know. I
Don't
don't know
know.
what kind of
Okay.
I just went to an ophthalmology and check up me, and then he was able to put something on my eyes, and then oh, can you be able to read something like that? He closes this one, he closes that one. Okay, please read. So
Yeah.
he made an examination, right? So after examination, and then he puts lenses, and then he
Yeah.
covered that one. Okay, we have to read. Okay, and then he asked, "Oh, can you read that?" No, doc. Okay,
No.
something like that. So, and then he will going to change it again, and then on the right side, and then after
Yeah.
that one, there's a machine. You need to put your your eyes on the machine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do we call that one?
The
Yeah, it looks like a telescope, right? You have to put your eyes on that machine.
yes.
Yeah.
I think it's a microscope. I don't know what's the
Yeah.
name in English, but
Yeah.
I get the thing you
Yes.
mentioned, the machine that the
Yeah, the
ophthalmologist
ophthalmologist.
can examine the the a half before of
Yes.
the eye spawn. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly. It
and
looks
it
like
can,
it looks like a telescope. You need to do like that, and then there's something
and
which is red, something like that. It changes the color. There's
yeah,
a house. There's something like that.
yes.
So
And when I see through the lens,
yes,
uh, the eyes of the patient will be um last turn
yes,
last up to 10 or even 40 times,
yeah,
40
yeah.
times, yeah,
So
and
that you can
the
see
doctor can see
the nerves, right?
the, yeah,
The nerves of
very
our
very small,
eyes.
yeah,
Yes. Okay. So that will be it. So that's it. So I remember my grandmother yelling at me, yelling to us, okay, because of that. And then she said, I remember she said, okay, you were going to tell me that I am right when you were going to get old. And that's correct, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Or you can also say, Anne, I'd be interested to hear more about your story, right? More about your experiences, more about your pain, more about something, okay? Anything you can be able to say that in asking further information or further details.
yeah,
Right? And okay. Again, especially you as a doctor, it's very important.
yeah,
Okay? Now, if you will become um, a famous doctor, an ophthalmologist in Vietnam, okay, when you become a famous ophthalmologist in Vietnam, you will going to have a lot of patients coming
yeah,
from other countries. Remember that one, huh?
yeah.
That's why
So that's
you
why
need
I
to
have
speak
to speak English.
English.
Yeah,
Yes, because this is your chance, right? This is your chance to market yourself as a doctor in other countries,
yeah,
right? Okay, because um it's also a name of your country if you will become famous. And then a lot of, let's say, from the US, right?
yes,
The US, they were going to go to Vietnam to go to An to see you for a checkup, right?
yes.
So they spend
Sometimes,
they spend a lot of money just to go to your clinic maybe, or just to go to your hospital in order to see you. And if
yeah,
that would happen, on so you will become the most famous ophthalmologist in the whole universe,
yeah,
right? Okay, and it's not going to be impossible, it's going to be possible. And
yes,
you have a very good choice in enrolling at Hello English.
yes.
Okay?
I actually I regret. I have a bit regret because I didn't spend um, a lot of time in English, right?
Yes.
Because I think I know English is important, but when we were young, um, I actually I don't have um, the teacher in Vietnam school. I
Oh,
think because they often Vietnamese
yeah.
people they speak English. Yeah, so some the the teaching ways I think is not really effective.
Yes.
Yeah, and when we go to the university, actually I want to learn to find some class
Yeah.
to study English, but
English.
that time I don't have enough money.
Because
So
it's going to be expensive, right?
yeah, so after graduate, I go to work. I want to learn English again, but
Yes.
the schedules, the my work,
Yeah.
I cannot have a
Yeah.
fixed time, so I cannot follow any class. Yes,
Yes.
and recent years I uh, have a lot of English class
Classes.
on internet.
Yeah.
Yes, I have to have need a fixed schedule.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and this time I not work, so I am free
To
at
study
night. Yeah,
again.
and
Yeah.
yes, and
Yeah.
I think John's Hello English is the writing uh,
Yeah.
I did. Yes,
Yes,
uh,
actually, okay. And actually, the materials that they offer actually, and this one is a very good materials,
yeah,
okay, especially you because you are working, right?
yeah,
So it's good. It's good to know that there's this kind of lesson, right? There's this kind of lesson because it's going to be very, very helpful, especially those who wants to study English, right?
yeah.
Yeah. And
And
yeah, okay, go
before
ahead. Yeah.
before before learning with you, I study with two teacher.
Mm.
They are Vietnamese.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, they also good. Um,
Teachers.
I am also in charge the class with them, but actually they are younger than me a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just the third or the second year student of
Oh,
college. Uh,
yeah.
college. Um, so they don't have a lot of experience.
Yes.
Explain to me a lot of issue, and
Yeah.
actually they didn't work in medical system, so
Oh,
a lot of vocabulary.
yes.
Um,
Okay, so it's just only
they
limited,
yeah,
right? So the vocabulary that they know is just only limited. So they
yeah,
cannot also share with you those things because they have also limited know-how about that one, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so at least it's a good thing that you were able to meet me, okay,
yeah.
and had a time, okay, because actually LMs in this in Hello English would like to ask me, do you have a vacant for this time? Okay, they asked me that
Uh,
one. Sometimes I told them, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have time because it's conflict with my other students. So I told them, and it's also true, okay?
yeah.
And they gave me at around 11 to 12 midnight. So I cannot I cannot
Yeah.
be able to work on
Right.
that
Yes.
particular time because I need also to rest because I need to wake up early in the morning for
Yeah.
my schoolwork also, right?
Yeah.
And
I heard that you you went to bed at uh, 8 or 9 o'clock.
yes, the
Yeah.
most is 9 supposed to be. But because I do have also classes, but that's not also every night. So there's Monday, Wednesday, and then Friday, something like that. Tuesdays, no, no. Thursdays actually, it's only you. So right after
Yeah. Yeah.
our class, oh, I have to sleep now, right? I have to sleep. Okay, so I don't have class anymore. Tomorrow, it's just only one. Okay, on Saturday, that's going to be one also because I don't want to what is on I don't want to get any classes that is beyond 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
the uh, a last of our class, and can you tell me can you tell me a bit more about the night time you spend for yourself, for your family before go to bed?
I don't have
Have,
time
have time.
because when I sleep, they already sleep. They slept already.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
so I need to sleep also. So I have to go to our bed and then sleep. Okay, and then early in the morning we need to wake up. We need to wake up early in the morning because we have to prepare, because we need to report at school. Okay, at 7 o'clock. So supposed to be seven. Before seven, you already there in school, so that you will not going to be late, right? So we
yeah,
need to wake up early in the morning because the traffic also here in the Philippines is also terrible.
yeah. Oh, because you are you stay in capital.
Yes,
Yeah,
I stayed here in the capital city of the Philippines, which is Manila. So you need to wake up early in the morning because if you don't wake up early in the morning, even though your work is just only nearby, when
yeah,
the traffic is terrible, you will be late.
yeah,
Yeah. So that will be it. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, Anne. So let's move on with our lesson now. Now, for the speak up activity again, Anne, let's imagine you are a guided tour again. So look at the information below. Listen, and each time you hear a beep, interrupt politely and ask for further details. Actually, we did this one, right? Last time. Just like this. Okay. So it's all the same, but this time you are going to have this particular information. Okay.
Yeah.
So the letter A, that would be answered already in here. So when you hear, can you please read this one, Anne?
That's the modern art museum, the most popular ones in the city, and on the left
Okay. And on the left, boop.
and
Okay.
on the left. Mhm.
Yes. So beep. So there's a beep. And then you were going to say, sorry, can I ask a question? I'd like to know more about the museum. What is there to see? Okay, so
Yes.
you ask, did you ask further information? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So what is the expression that we can say that you ask for further information?
I'd like to know more about the
Yes.
museum.
Very good. So I'd like to know more about the museum. So just like this
Yeah.
one. Okay, so this one is the expression that you can be able to use to ask for further details and information, right?
Yes.
Okay. Next, the second one. So let's try to listen on to 66. Okay.
Recording 66. A.
That's the Modern Art Museum, the most popular one in the city. And on the left,
Sorry.
Sorry, can I add a question? I'd like to know more about the
B.
museum. What is
a big
there to see?
festival we have here in the city is Mardi Gras. But there are others such as
Okay. So,
Excuse me, I have a question.
okay.
Can you tell me um, can you tell me a bit more about the museum
Okay. In Larrabee,
after Mardi
Mardi
Gras?
Gras. Okay. You know what's a
Yeah,
Mardi Gras?
I don't know what is that.
Okay. Mardi Gras actually, we do this one in the Philippines, and okay, we do this one in the Philippines. Mardi Gras, something like it's it's a parade. Okay, it's a parade of like parade of flowers. Okay,
Oh,
people or children are wearing different costumes.
uh,
Okay, and they do dancing, okay, on the street. So that is a Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras. When I was a grade school student, I joined the Mardi Gras. So what we did
yeah,
is we dance. We had this particular costume, and then we dance on the street. So that would be a Mardi Gras.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it uh, it's i- it enough. We don't have in Vietnam
Okay.
traditional, but recent years um, a lot we have a lot of foreigners
Ah.
district, yeah. So sometimes I see there are Mardi Gras
Yeah,
in
Mardi Gras.
some
Yeah.
big big city.
Yes. Okay. So that would be it. Actually, not just only flowers, okay, but there would be different costumes. The particular thing that you were going to do in the Mardi Gras would be you were going to dance on the street. So
Yeah,
wearing a very colorful costume, flowering or something. Okay. So there would also be different groups. So let's say, for example, group one. So a lot of people joining in group one. So they have
yeah,
different costume. Group two is they have also different costume, and then
yeah.
when they
I know
reach
that.
so when they reach the park, because here in the Philippines we have a very very big park. So when already they're in on the at the park, so the program will going to start, and they will going to show their talents on dancing.
Yes,
Okay, so they were going to have a particular contest when it comes to dancing Mardi Gras.
yes.
Yeah.
I actually I have never been experienced. Um, I have never been
Yeah.
attended
Oh,
the Mardi Gras. I
Mardi
just see, yeah,
Gras.
I
Yeah,
just
on the
see.
picture. And here in the Philippines, and we have also this so-called Ati-Atihan Festival. Okay? So Ati-Atihan Festival. So
Okay,
you know what's Ati-Atihan Festival?
no,
This kind of festivity that means it's going to be a celebration. Okay, the participants of this will going to put put
the
a
mark
black something like black on of all of their bodies.
on the body
Okay, yeah.
and no clothes.
Actually, it has a clothes. Okay, it has a clothes, and a very colorful clothes also, but the whole body will going to be blackened, just
Yeah,
like the negro. You know, it's the Negro, the Black Americans. They have a black collar,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we Filipinos
And
also we have this particular Ati-Atihan festival. So at Ati-Atihan, Ati means black people. That's
yeah,
why that's why you need to blacken
on your
all
body.
your body, your whole body.
Yeah,
Okay, and
I
then you have to wear a very colorful costume also, and it's going to be a contest. And then we have also um the so-called Dinagyang Festival. Okay, so this Dinagyang Festival actually is going to be related also to Ati-Atihan. The only difference between the two is the Dinagyang Festival, um they're not putting black, okay, on their body.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
just wearing a very colorful costume also.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So, and all of this on showcases the our traditions as
yeah.
Filipinos.
I will take it in internet. Yeah,
Yes, search
I
that
think
one
it could
on.
be very
Exciting,
interesting,
actually. It's very
exciting.
colorful.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you have to search for this, okay? Okay. So speaking of Mardi Gras, so Mardi Gras is also a parade of colorful costumes. Okay, so maybe we will not going to say flowers. Okay, it's a parade of colorful costumes. Okay, so that's Mardi Gras.
yeah.
Next, let's try to hear again.
C.
Lord Byron stayed at that hotel over there on the corner. And up ahead we can see
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but I have some. Could you tell me a bit more information about Lost Byron?
Lord Byron. Correct, right? So you can say, sorry, can I ask a question? Oh, I'd like to know more about Lord Byron, right? That is it.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, remember Anne, remember what I'm telling you last time, that the tone of the
The tone.
voice
Yeah.
matters a lot, right? That's why when you recorded your voice recording last time, I could say that would be fantastic because you're not angry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the tone of your voice is just only normal. It's not
Yeah.
rising. Yes, we know that if it's a question, we need to raise our voice, right? But again, raising our voice too high would
Yeah.
mean different from raising our voice the normal, right? Because raising our voice too high, that means you're angry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like, sorry, I can ask a question, something like that. So the manner you speak, it matters a lot to the listener. Okay, like for example, if your
Yeah.
boss, why
Yeah.
is it your boss? You can be able to gauge, ah, my boss keeps is angry with me. Why is it he's angry with you? Because his voice is
Yeah. Sometimes my voice.
yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Not normal. Yeah.
Yeah, okay? Because that's normal, okay? That's normal
Yeah.
and that's life, right? It's not most of the time that we are on our good mood because we have also our bad moods, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes the boss and me and have not calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe I couldn't um, have the right tone of my voice.
Yes.
Yes. Mm,
Yes.
but I think I am always keep my calm down. Yeah, I will try to control myself.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
and because when I when I mentioned um, the problem,
Mm-hmm.
I often tell them in the I don't know the 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 meeting every day
Yes.
we the doctor have at the
Okay.
beginning of the day what
Okay.
is called, yeah, in a um that uh, in the time begin of the day
Yeah.
at the hospital on a doctor and nurse will meet in a room,
Mm-hmm.
and we talk about the worst, and
Yes.
I often tell the problem
Yes.
in that meeting
Okay.
because I'm really have person who always um telling the problem behind the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, two or three people, but before on the department, on the doctor, on the nurse, they couldn't tell anything. Yeah,
Mm.
so that's the why my my
Boss.
my boss.
Yes.
I honestly I often have some um yeah.
Yeah. Not a misunderstanding, but there would be sometimes you had this particular um shall we say that it's going to be a healthy confrontation. Okay, so a healthy confrontation. Now, I remember when I was still a college student, and in my speech subject, okay, in my speech what is one, yeah, subject, she was able to give us this particular thing. Okay. How do
Oh,
you say quiet if it is a period? How do you say quiet if you are asking question? How do you say quiet if you are showing emotion? And then how do you say quiet if you are scared? Okay. And then how do you say quiet if you are in love? Okay, so I
love,
remember that one, right? Okay.
love, quiet.
Yes. So how do you say quiet if you are in love? And how do you say quiet if you are sleepy? Okay? So
Sleepy.
there's a lot of emotions that you need to show, right? Okay,
Yes.
so let's try to do this exercise, Anne, okay? Yeah. So if you are sleepy, so how do you say that? If quiet, right? Okay, the normal quiet. So how do you say that? Can you please tell me?
Yeah.
It's part of
Normal. Yeah.
pronunciation. Yeah.
The first contact. Quiet.
Okay. Quiet, right? Quiet. So there is no rising intonation. There is no also falling intonation. It's just only the neutral one. Quiet, right? Quiet.
Quiet.
Okay. What about the second one?
Ask 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 someone to quiet.
Yes.
Quiet. Really?
Okay.
That's right.
So yeah, actually observe your facial expression, Anne, huh? After our class, okay, you need to go to the mirror,
Yeah.
okay, and saying this
I,
one. Let me see. Let me
yeah.
see, how do you say that? Okay? Because sometimes when you say quiet, as if you are angry, right?
Yeah, because because of this context, you try to stay quiet
Yes.
to something to someone.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
So how
Yes,
do you say it?
I will see again the videos at class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
fire.
So the
Yeah,
first one is quiet. So it's just the normal one. The second one, you're asking question. Quiet.
quiet.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. You got the expression. But the first you said it while ago as if you're angry, Anne.
yeah,
Okay, observe. Observe that one on the mirror, huh?
yeah.
Okay, so observe that one on the mirror. What about full of emotion? You're not angry, you're not also asking question. You are showing emotion. So how do you say that?
Quiet.
There's no emotion.
Yeah,
Showing an emotion, okay?
yeah.
You
Quiet.
are not asking question, huh? You're not asking question, but you are showing emotion.
Yeah, quiet. Quiet. That's
Quiet,
right.
right? Quiet. So there's an emotion,
Quiet.
quiet, right? You're not asking question, but there's an emotion, quiet. Or maybe the emotion is happy. If you are sad, the emotion, you're not, you're not
Yes.
wearing a smile if you are
That.
sad, right?
Yeah.
But if you are showing a happy disposition, actually, it's very hard. Why? Because the word is quiet, right? Because when we say quiet to a person, you're angry, right? Because if you're not going to show an angry face to the person, they will not going to keep quiet, right? Especially
Yeah.
as teachers, if we are having our lesson with little kids, so we keep on saying quiet. Okay, we keep
Oh
on
yeah.
saying we keep on saying children keep quiet. So there is what? There is an emotion that you are not happy, okay? Because
Yes.
they're too noisy. So you let them say quiet. But again, how do you say that you're happy? Right? Another one, right? Okay. How do you say quiet that you are happy? Okay, so that's also another one. So it's going to be a hard um, a pronunciation. Actually, this is what we called a particular exercise that you can be able to see your different facial expression on, because the word is different, but the
Yeah.
expression that you are going to show is also different, right?
Yeah.
Because the normal one, especially teacher, when you say quiet, you will not going to show a happy face to the children. Why? Because if you are going to say quiet, so as if you are smiling, so the children will not going to keep quiet, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
teacher is smiling, so teacher is not angry with us, so let's play something like that,
Yes.
right? Okay.
The children will think um me are shocking just shocking
Yeah,
just
yes,
yeah have a job.
that's correct. Because when you say, children, keep quiet, or something like that, right? So, teacher is joking at us. So, they will not going to follow you, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Then how do you say quiet if you are frightened?
Frightened.
That means
Di-
scared. That you are
difficult.
scared.
Quiet.
How do you say
Please.
that?
Please quiet.
Okay. So as if you are going to say to the children, because you are already exhausted, because you it's already in the afternoon, so you don't have any more an energy, so you are frightened that if someone will go to you, You
Yeah.
were going to spank him, right? So
And I want to see you try this
yeah, later,
yeah
okay, later, okay.
later. Yeah.
Yes. Now, how do you say quiet if you're in love?
Violet in love. Yeah.
It's going to
I
be,
cannot imagine Violet.
but
No.
as if you are telling someone that you are telling someone
Violet.
you are frightening someone. Quiet,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
you are frightening someone, right? So
I
that's
can.
frighten. Quiet,
Yeah.
right? So you need to have a big eyes because as if you are frightened. Quiet. Something like that,
Yeah.
right? Oh,
Mm.
if you are in love, so how do you say that? Actually, our teacher before, we keep on smiling, okay? We keep on smiling
Mm.
because she has actually she was able to express different emotions. uh she was able to present to us in a manner that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of that expressions. So she
Yes.
was able to change from the word quiet, quiet,
Yeah.
from the
Can
word
very clearly. Yeah.
yes. Okay. So how do you say quiet if you're in love?
In love. Quiet.
Oh, see, that's
That's
right.
right. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, as if you are happy because you're in love, right?
Yeah.
Okay, again, it's a different thing. When you say frightened, do not smile if you are frightened. Okay? So, what about how do you say quiet if you are sleepy?
Quiet. Quiet.
As if you don't have any more an energy, right? Okay.
Yeah.
How do you say quiet when you are happy?
Happy. I think it's the same with in love. Um, quiet. Yeah. I'm very I'm a kind of person not good at express the
Yes,
emotion, the flex. Yeah.
expressions. Okay, again, why is it I'm telling you this one, Anne? Because in English, okay, it should must go together. Okay, the the words that comes out from our mouth should have to what? Should have to be seen on
Sing with
our
the face.
faces.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Um, of course, when you say quiet, okay, when you say if you were going to say quiet that you are crying, so how are you going to say that? Quiet that you are crying.
Quiet. Quiet. Quiet.
Quiet. Something like that, right? So
Yeah.
how do you say quiet when you're happy? Quiet. Okay?
Yeah.
So how do you say quiet if you are sleepy? Quiet.
Yeah.
Okay? Then how do you say quiet if you're in love? Okay, so it's yes, you are right. It's also the same when you are happy because uh yeah, sometimes emotions can be different and it depends on how you were going to deliver that. So that would be the most important thing that we should have to understand, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's why also I included this one because like for example, right? When you say sorry, can I ask a question? Okay, so again, if you were going to what is one make it higher, okay,
Yeah.
again that would be sarcastic, right? So in our examples just a while ago, and which do you think would be the sarcastic one?
Yeah. Sarcastic one. I think.
Yes.
Uh, choirs. The second one.
Yes, okay. But again, depending on how you will going to deliver this one.
Yeah.
If you are going to say quiet,
Choirs.
yes, oh see,
Yeah.
you are what is Madame Moselle, right? Yeah, as if
Yeah.
you are the president, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, but when we are just going to use that one with not so what do you want, not too high, okay, although it's a question,
Yeah.
okay, so it has also different interpretation, okay, and
Yes.
yeah, okay, now let's try to listen again to the next one.
D.
This is the exact spot where the old castle used to be. And over there is.
Okay.
Excuse me. Could I ask a question? Could I ask a question? I'd like to know more about the castle. The castle.
Yes. Okay. That's correct, right? So I'd like to know more about the castle. You can also, like for example, in here, right? You can also maybe put something like, sorry, can I ask a question? I'd like to know more about the castle. Uh, do you think inside the castle is scary? So you can also
Having a
ask that
monster.
one,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Or you can also say that, do you think inside the castle
Have God.
it's
God.
yes, is it yeah, there would be ghosts inside the castle? Something like that. See? So there's a lot of ways on how to ask further details. Okay, the last one.
E.
There are two palaces here, the National Palace and the Pena Palace. The Pena Palace is the most famous. You can see.
Okay.
Sorry. Can I add a question? I I would be interested to hear more about the National Palace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you can
Who?
ask.
Yeah. Who is the the host?
Okay.
The host of the National Palace?
Okay. Who owns the
Ah,
National Palace, right?
yes. Who owns on the National Palace?
Yes. Okay. So that would also be an additional question, right? In order for you to know more about the National Palace. Okay. And
Yeah.
yes. Okay. So do you have any questions with this? And
No more,
no,
please.
okay. Now, for the class bonus, and maybe you can do this one, right? Even at home, make notes about a city you will know well. Include the places to go, things to see, where to stay, the best time of year to go there, how to get around, nightlife, and shopping. Now, what do you think would be the point? Why do we need to do this one? Is
Because it will give the further detail.
yes, okay.
Uh, People can have many uh,
Information.
information
Yes,
to to
that's
choose
correct.
where to go to. Yeah.
That's correct. Because if you were going to say, oh, what places to go to, right? The things that you can see there. Where are you going to stay? And then what would be the best time of the year to go there? And how to get around? What about the nightlife? Can we go out in the evening? Can we are go are people in that particular place are awake in the evening? Just like in Thailand, right? In in neon night market, right?
Yeah,
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 so the people are there as if they're sleeping in the morning because we cannot be able to see a lot of people in Thailand in the morning, right? And
really?
but we can be able to see a lot of people in the evening. I don't know, okay? I don't know because that was our experience before when we go there. As if
Mm.
in the morning, yeah, there would be a lot of cars. Yeah, they're inside the cars, but you can see only a few people who are walking, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
But there's a lot of
I think
cars.
Thailand is the same with Vietnam, and
Oh,
as you mentioned, I think Philippines work
in the
um
morning,
in the
mostly in the
morning.
morning,
Yes,
and we sleep in the
and
night.
in my country, if you quick uh wake up at 4 or
Okay.
4:30, I think they have a problem with their sleep.
Ah,
Yes, they are, and people often, old people often wake up at 5 o'clock and they
mm,
go work, go do exercise. Yeah,
yeah,
and for me, I wake up at 7 o'clock.
yeah.
Yeah, very
Okay.
late compared to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Because that would be the things that we are used to, right? Yeah. So that would be it, Anne. Okay. So
yeah.
again, Anne, you for just only to practice about your expression and the word, right? And the word. So you have to face on the mirror and practice saying this one with the different expression, right? Okay,
Yeah.
and do you have any questions?
Yes, no more,
No
please.
more. Okay. So thank you so much, Anne. We'll see each other again next week. Okay.
Yes,
So
next
have
week.
a good night. Bye
Have a good,
bye.
yeah, have good
Okay.
night. Goodbye,
Bye.
teacher.
Bye.